Well, sometimes life happens, but I guess residents of Ikosiketu and Lekki Ajah still have room for Thanksgiving somewhere. Moving ahead now. Today is not World Toilet Day, but the number of Lagosians who do not have access to toilets and defecate openly is a matter of grave concern. In this Sunday special, Wendy Agbo tells the story of a community in Lagos with a big toilet challenge.
Access to a clean, safe toilet is a luxury most people take for granted. A luxury in the light of what inhabitants of this community go through. 19-year-old Ezinne was born and brought up in Otumare. She has never had access to a good toilet. She has to walk a distance to get to the public toilet in the area. The toilet's condition can best be described as horrible.
It's been like hell, as in when you go to toilets, you see yourself, both the feces you pass out, you see yourself looking at it, both the one others passed out. And it's not comfortable for a young girl because it causes infections.
She does not like it, but her options are limited.
There is nowhere else to find good toilets. All we have to do is to make use of the one we have.
Ezinne is not the only one who finds it difficult finding a clean toilet here.
If you go to toilets, you will see some blood on top of the wood. You will see some nonsense things, some useless things on top of the wood. And even the odor itself don't even allow us to poop.
As bad as the toilets are, using them is not free.
Even though you go 10 times, you pay 10 times. If you go 10 naira is what they used to pay. Now they won't even, I heard that they want to increase it to 20 naira. And things is very hard now.
One of the toilet managers told us how the fee paid by the users is utilized.
Particular toilet is a short put system that you put inside the water. While the water will flow it along, the remains will now be pushed by the person that is being paid by the owner of the toilet. And after everything, each day of the business, you clean the toilet thoroughly for the other day.
Because Otumare is situated near the lagoon, most of the houses are built without a toilet.
For the fact that this place is a waterlogged area, you cannot dig ground up to 5 feet before water started gushing out.
Residents say they need urgent help.
I don't take the opinion of which government should come and build a toilet for us to toilet. At the end of the day, people will still mess such toilets out. Let government mandate each building, because what I need, there's landlords here, a building is being built. At the end of the day, whereby a building there should be a space for a toilet.
We need is how to get a public toilet around there and to be able to educate the landlords in general, how they could be able to have toilet at the back of their house.
UNICEF in one of its publications writes that water and sanitation are critical to ensuring that everyone has a life of dignity and freedom. But in this community, dignity is thrown out of the window given the state of the environment and toilet. A UNICEF statistic says about 50 million Nigerians are among the 946 million people around the world who do not have access to toilets and so opt for open defecation. At least 2.5 million people do not have access to toilets that protect them and their communities against contact with human waste, a situation that poses a threat to their health and self-pride.
They need a confined place that is quite clean. And doing this actually prevents them from the risk of rape, because especially in the villages where if the toilets are not available, they go to the bush parts, they are exposed, a male might be passing by and take advantage of them. And then of course there's also the risk of infection when you have a very dirty toilet and the lady has to manage to use it. The reason is the female private parts and female genitalia is well exposed. In the process of trying to defecate or urinate, some of the water that might be infected will splash on my private part, and then there's a risk of infection.
There's a lot of misconception about the term, a so-called term called toilet disease per se. Okay, there are germs and microorganisms that can be contracted through the use of unsafe toilets. Okay, but not sexually transmitted infection, because that is where people mix it up. When young girls have symptoms relating to sexually transmitted infections, at the back of their mind, they want to tell themselves, no, I contracted it from a toilet. Oh, it was because I used a dirty toilet somewhere. So it's a toilet disease. Okay? Sexually transmitted infections will not be contracted through the toilet. But definitely there are infections you can contract by use of unsafe or filthy toilets.
Even on the streets of Lagos, a convenience, especially for women, is often difficult to find.
Mostly if you're traveling, it's very, very harmful, because we ladies will go through a lot. You might be menstruating. There are so many things that could happen on the road. So it's very, very advisable to build all these public toilets that where ladies can always run to if they are pressed on the road.
The Lagos State Commissioner for Environment says there are plans to build public toilets across Lagos State.
The public toilets are there, and we've gone around. We've seen that we need to rehabilitate those that are there. Some of them are pretty good, some are not. They're in bad shape. And most importantly, we are going to build new ones. And I want to mention here that this private concerns that are helping us to build about 100.
But some ladies will rather live with the inconvenience than use a public toilet that is almost always unclean.
Disgusting. I would rather view on myself than use the public toilet.
Life in Lagos will be less stressful for women and girls if they have access to basic facilities like clean and safe toilets. Wendy Abu, TVC News, Lagos.